Hey guys, how you doing? It's Gavin from Star Fresh Personal Training, and today's video is going to be about food labels, alright, as the description is. So, one of the things I used to struggle with when I was trying to lose weight and everything else was like I just didn't understand what the stuff meant on the back. And although I used to look at calories and stuff, I didn't really know, what high calories were, low calories were. It was just real confusing. So what I've done is going to quickly go through a really quick, easy way for you to check your food labels to make sure you're getting the best out of everything. All right. So typically on the back of a back of some food, so I've got a tin of soup right here just to demonstrate it, and I've also got a tin of beans as well, just to go through it all. And I'm going to show you something. So let's grab a pen. With regards to one of the main and most important things you need to look at is the servings per package. All right. So I probably used to eat one whole one of these, okay, so I wouldn't even think anything of it. When you actually look at it, this is actually for two people. It's servings per person. So when you come to look at it, you think, how much is in the can before you actually eat it all. This is 2 per person. Then you're looking at how much is a serving size. So with regards to serving size for this one, serving size is 265 grams. And the whole tin is 535, so it's obviously half, as we know. Then we're looking at energy. So with regards to energy, this is in kilojoules, I've worked it out. So per serving, it's 142 calories, alright? So serving size, 42 calories. Then you look down the list, you've got protein, you've got 3.4. Then you've got fat, 4.8. I've got fat from saturated fat. So obviously the saturated fat is the one we don't really want to be eating a lot of, okay? So we're going to try and make a really low sort of numbers of that one. Carbohydrate says 19.9 or nearly 20. So, and then just underneath it, if you've got one to look at, hopefully I get in the way, it's got sugars. And the sugars underneath is basically how much simple sugar is in it, how much added sugar is in the food. So ideally you want to be trying to, carbohydrates are good, as I've spoken about, but the simple sugars in carbohydrates can be obviously damaging if you have too much. We all know that eating too much sugar could potentially cause fat gain. Not only that as well, if you use lots of added sugar in, there's usually not a lot of fibre in there either, okay? And with regards to eating lots of simple sugars all the time, you tend to have spikes and big dumps at the end of the day. You feel pretty tired and stuff, right? So we're going to try so this is 5.8 grams of sugar. Then you've got fibre, which is important as well, 4.2, so reasonably high in fibre actually, considering the average person has about 40 grams of fibre a day. That's roughly 10% of your fibre needs for that. And then you've got sodium is 600. So with sodium, I try and sort of lower the better. I don't think you need to put a number on it because it gets really difficult. But basically, the less processed the food is, the less sugar that's going to be. So when you're making those choices, so first thing is really important is look at how many servings there are per pack. Then look at the calories, and then obviously work your way down. Okay, so obviously, what I would suggest is going to be good. You want to try and have a higher protein. You want to try and have lower-ish fat and lower-ish sugar in there, okay? And if you start looking at those, you're going to find that you're going to make better food choices, okay? So if you had if this carbs and sugars were 50 grams of carbs and 30 of it comes from sugar, you probably know that's a food to try and avoid, alright? So I'm going to do the same comparison with baked beans. So you've got two servings again, okay? Most people might think that's 1, but it's actually 2. And looking at calories again, so calories you've got 142 calories. Again, actually it's not, it's 213 calories. 213 calories, that's per serve. So that's a bit more than soup. Protein is up there again, so you've got 10.9. Then you've got fat, 1.3, which is quite low again. Saturated fat is 0.2, which is really good. So your carbohydrates are up 33 and sugars are 15. Okay, I'm going to go through that in a second. Dietary fibre is 12. Sodium is 9.4. 945, 945. Okay, cool. So when you compare these back and forth, okay, you can probably see there's a few things going on there, right? So the calories are a little bit more in the beans, protein is higher, which is obviously good, fat is lower, which is good, carbs are higher, and there's a lot of sugar, okay, 15 grams of sugar. And when you're looking at a serving size there, serving size is 210 grams, okay, it's 15 grams of sugar. So to put into perspective, about 1 teaspoon of sugar is about 5 grams. There's 3 teaspoons of sugar in the beans per serve, okay, so it's actually quite a lot. You wouldn't put 3 sugars on your normal dinner, would you? So it's actually quite a lot. When it comes down, fiber's quite high, sodium's quite high. So I'm not going to say which is the best, which is the worst, okay? End of the day, you know, it's a decision you have to make. And if you're using MyFitnessPal and things like that, when you plug these labels in, it'll work out the details for you, right? But when you're looking at food labels, take into account all these little things. Again, really, really important. How many servings are in that thing, all right? And then you come down again and you look for sugars, look for proteins and fats, and then you make a decision based on your goals and on what you feel is right and what you feel you can do. So basically, with regards to, you know, when you're eating overall, although lots of foods have food labels on, it's good to know, understand them. You want to be looking for foods to eat that don't have food labels on, like, you know, fresh food, vegetables, lean meats, that sort of thing. Things that are sort of in the most natural state. They're going to be things better for you. They're going to have less sugar in them. They're going to have less, you know, less salt in them. And yes, you know, fruit has sugar in it, but fructose is okay. Fructose is good. You miss, you know, the added benefits of the vitamins and minerals and the fibre that goes with it is going to make it a really good, a good option. So what else? So yeah, obviously calories as well, a big one. So you need to make choices based on your calories. If it's really, really high in calories, okay, you're going to end up potentially overeating, and that's never ever a good thing. And try and focus on the quality of the foods more than the quantity. So, you know, eat nutrient dense foods. Most of your shop should come from the fruit and veg section and the lean meat section, fish section. Once you do all those sorts of things, you start making those adjustments into your diet, you're going to find that it's no longer really a numbers game. It's because the quality of your food is better. You're going to be fuller because you're eating better quality of food. You're going to increase your energy levels because you're eating better food, and all those other things come from it. Okay. But you know, in the day, you've got to start with one thing. Okay, and if you tend to buy lots of packaged foods, this is going to be really, really good for you because you're going to understand what actually goes into it. So I hope this video is helpful. Alright, it's it can get quite confusing, but take home from this is, you know, really look at how much sugar's in there, look at the protein and carbs and the calories, and do you know what, you're going to be really, really on track. So if you guys got any questions or leave them below, it'd be cool to hear off you. If you want me to cover everything else, this is a really overview, simplified version of it, just to get you started. Any questions, or leave them below, and I'll answer them as best I can. So like I said, guys, start fresh. If you don't start fresh today, I will tomorrow be any different. Cheers.